Good morning, guys. Today we'll be exploring the Honeyeater hiking trail here in the city of Armadale. Let's go. So your first stop will be the Christmas tree car park here. I think enough space to park your car, so there's like 4 cars now, and there's still enough space for other. And you get here off the Albany Highway, and after the car park you get to the welcome sign. This welcome signs here to the park in the city of Armadale. We're gonna be doing the Honeyeater hike, 7.7 kilometer loop, which is the yellow one here, and it says is 350 from the car park. So we have 350 meter till we get to our start. It's a nice winter day today, bit of sun, not too hot and also not cold, so it's excellent for this kind of hikes. And now we got to the starting point of 5 hiking trails here in the park. Today we will be doing the longest one, the longest loop, which is the Honeyeater hike, and a bit of information about your safety, like what to wear clothes, like comfortable clothes, shoes, have water with you, don't litter, and stay on the assigned hiking path. Also because of the issue of the dieback disease affecting the trees here, so we need to stick to our hiking path so we wouldn't contribute to the spread of the disease. And this is another sign tell us this area is affected by the dieback. So yeah, it's important pretty much to stick to our path. And our track starts here, it's signed in yellow, the Honeyeater hike. So let's go. The start is uphill, and it promises to have like a good scenic view from the top section. But like I said, today is really good day to do these kind of hikes. Warm, not hot. Good sunny winter day. Information signed about trees and plants here in the park. And like I said, we stick to the marked path. We're still on gravel path and we're still uphill. But like I said, so far so good. Not hard, not very steep, not very steep incline so far. Pretty much you can only hear birds singing. And there is a seat here if anyone wants to take a break. That's it. So, but we are still in the start of our hike, so we are good. And it's well signposted, so you won't get lost. And we continue with our Honeyeater trail this way. More information sign on our way telling us about the birds living here in this section of the park. And we are still in our uphill incline, getting a bit steeper but nothing hard so far. And this one is designed to tell you to clean your shoes to limit the spread of the dieback disease. And back to relatively flat, so it goes so far a bit uphill, flat, a bit uphill. It's really nice here, fresh air, just you only hear sounds of the birds and your own shoes. It's a good place and a good way to chill and de-stress in your day off, on a day off from work. Jara flowers, more information signs. It's one of the good things about the track here, is that very well signposted and lots of information along the way. At this intersection, till this, we continue this way. Good morning. We continue this flat section of the trail. Bit of water, I think because it was raining a bit heavily last week. Well, because we are at winter at the end of the day, but when we get to have a day like today, just take advantage of it, doing some outdoor activity. And we're going uphill again, and like I said, it's just a bit flat, bit uphill, so you get the chance in the flat section to take your breath. Nothing but bird sound. Different types of birds also, because different sounds, but all in all very pleasant. Another dieback cleaning station, and our yellow sign saying we are on the correct path. Then we go left. And back again to a flat surface. Now a bit of a downhill section. I think this is the first section that actually we need to go downhill, but not very steep, so it's manageable even without hiking poles. But I would say hiking sticks, even just a regular stick, would be helpful to give you more stability. But again, not very steep and not very like rocky, big rocks and stuff, so still manageable. The view is really good, really soothing. And yeah, we will continue this downhill section, and I think we will get again to a flat one. It's really quiet and very soothing bird sounds, and the view of the plants and the hills. It's really nice, really nice settings for a walk or hike, especially in a day like today. Pretty nice. Winter day. a bit of leftover rain water from the rain last few days. Thankfully it's not really flooded. And uphill again. But I think we're getting close to the top section of this trail. This is no entry as per the sign, but our trail continue this way, and I think this is the steepest inclination we encountered so far. Still manageable, much easier with a hiking pole, a stick. And I want to say, don't forget to take breaks and drink water. You will need it because it's 7.7 kilometers trail with ups and downs, so you need your hydration. I think we are like almost halfway in the track. We did like 3.5, maybe 4 kilometers. And bit of flat surface at this section, just so we can catch our breath. And at this intersection, sign tells us to go right, because of the dieback disease issue, lots of areas are restricted. It's like dieback protected areas to stop the spread of the disease. for the trees. So for the trees and flora's health and sake, we need to stick to the designated pathway. This sign says it's a habitat restoration area, planting trees, and I think Alcoa, because of the mining operation, is involved also in the rehabilitation efforts, like in Jarradale. Very flat section and looks a bit long. I think this sign tells us we continue right, but it says to get to the Albany Highway car park 3.8 kilometers. So like I said earlier, we almost halfway the track. This sign says it's fenced area, it's a conservation zones, probably from the dieback disease also. And yeah, so we stick to our pathway. Going back, we almost halfway. And at this intersection we're gonna follow the sign. It's taking us into a narrow pathway. Like we saw at the beginning, there are like 5 hiking trails here in the area. Given that the Honeyeater trail is the longest one, the biggest one, 7.7 kilometers, so it overlaps with the other 4 at some sections. hundreds of different plant species in the park, and also lots and lots of dieback cleaning stations. And like I said before in one of my videos, I already clean my shoes before I start any hike, because dieback issues is really serious in many of the hiking areas here in WA, in the Perth metropolitan region. So it's part of my routine before start my hike. This sign tells us like the diverse fauna that lives here in the park. Conservation and reserve zone for these native Australian animals, and including birds. So you truly get a taste of native Australian bushland close to the suburbs. It's a big advantage here in Perth. You get to literally experience all these plants, animals, birds, just near suburbia. Maybe you guys can hear from the sky these planes. And the good thing also, it's never crowded, never very busy. Like here, I literally pretty much enjoyed the hike and the place to myself from the start and probably till I finish. Another dieback cleaning station. It's pretty much just spray your boots. And now we got to like a residential section or of the trail, just on the other side of the trail. And this information sign tells us our location, so we are pretty much here. the Admiral Road trailhead. So some people can end their trail here. So we started all the way, walked all the way till we come here. So now we're gonna go back to that section. So we finished almost 2/3 of the trail. Sit to chill if you need for a bit, but now we're gonna continue. So like I said, you can end your trail here in the Admiral Road car park, or you can continue back to the Albany Highway car park. And as the sign shows, this is also a starting point for 4 of the trails. That's why it's a bit busier in the car park on the other side here. But yeah, we're gonna continue our Honeyeater hiking trail all the way back to Albany Highway car park. It's less sun now, getting a bit colder, but a bit colder, not actually cold. And when you do this track, believe me, you're gonna sweat, or at the very least you're gonna warm up, like anyone done hiking or even just walking, they would know that. So if it's a winter day, not very windy, not rainy, it's perfect. With sun, that's good. The sun gets covered by clouds, still good. You will be warmed up by the hike anyway. So far, since we started that section where it starts in the Admiral Road car park, it has been pretty flat so far. And we turn right. It's very well signposted, the trails here. I suspect like most of these signs are actually new, they look new. So a sign that the park is maintained for the plants and animals and people to enjoy nature not far away from where they live. The air here is fresh, coupled with these birds singing above me. It's a really soothing environment, enjoyable, and I really had good time with this hike today. Sign about the fungi species that live here, and like I said, very well signposted, and they all look new, so good job to the city of Armadale maintaining the park and the area as a whole. And like I said, because the Honeyeater trail is the biggest one, longest loop, so pretty much overlaps with the other trails along the way. So we only have 1.3 kilometer till we get back to Albany Highway Car Park. Remember, the trail is 7.7. That means we did 6.4, give or take, kilometers so far. Mostly pleasant. Most is flat surface, like one or two just downhill sections, few uphill sections, with one you can say a bit steep. So all in all, very manageable and enjoyable, like I said, especially in a nice winter day like today. snotty gobble. This also one of the trees that live here in the park. I think I read in one of the signs like 300 or something plant species, and like we saw also on an earlier sign, lots of animals, native Australian animals live here. But because lots of it's a common trait of many of them, they are a bit nocturnal. So now it's like 11 a.m. so it's not the time for them to be out and about. Bit of a downhill section, and I think we are getting close to our starting point in Albany Highway car park. And we are back. So we got back to the information sign where we started the trail. If you remember, we started the trail here. This was the sign, and that's the way of coming back. And that's the start of another trail, but like I said, because of the Honeyeater trail is the biggest one, so it incorporates most of the other trails. And now we are like 330, 340 back to get our car park, 350 this way. And with that we end our hiking trail. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next video and the next trail. Thank you.